There's so many commanders in this game, but everyone uses the same bloody ones, don't they? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, slightly ironic. We've got the One Ring in my hand, which is like in every format known to man. But there you go. To be honest, I don't even see this card as much as I see Emoti and Atraxa, Tali. You know, the usual suspects. Emoti, cascade into stuff. It's a good card. It's not even that annoying. It's just kind of a bit. Just nice to see something else. You know, I play a lot of Magic, and a huge proportion of Magic is just seeing the same things. 5. So they're gonna have 5 mana next turn. They're gonna be able to go for Emoti next turn. So if they're gonna do that, I guess we can just Fire Mind Vessel. Prepare for future turns. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If we get to Portal to Phyrexia, that's gonna be pretty nice. Oh my god, so they're going to have a trigger from the Nissa as well. And 6 mana. 6 mana? That's a scary amount of mana. Do they have a kill spell? They did look at our permanents, but who knows? More ramp, okay. So that's going to trigger Nissa again, so they'll have 2 more mana to play with here. Crazy. She's so powerful. So 3 mana. Okay, and they finally stop. Wow. Okay. Land. So we'd like to get Phyrexia soon. 5, 6, 7, 8. What if we just went Lucky Dip here? Or maybe we go for 1 ring and then we can ensure we don't just die to some random stuff. Right, let's draw a card. Oh, not Seer. Ooh, that could be good. Let's get rid of something in the hand. Oh my god. So they did have the River's Rebuke. Crikey. 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 So I think, although saying that, you gain protection, and this target. So actually, the River's Rebuke, they couldn't have actually targeted us with that. Nissa with the Ashaya is kind of bonkers as well. If you only put Ashaya in the deck, then this is the only elemental in your deck, and you'll get it with Nissa, as long as there are no other elves. What else? They could have the Cityscape Leveler kill one of our things. Ice Break it Kraken. So that's going to say we can't untap all of our artifacts and creatures. That is annoying. Don't untap. Target opponent. LOL. They couldn't target us with that. Okay. Fun times. Fun times. Can we get a land, please? There we go, there's a land. I suppose we can get even more lands. 6, 7, 8, 9. Land on top's fine. And then, spicy meatballs, Portal to Phyrexia, or PTP. PTP comes down, they can return this to their... No, they don't want to do that. Sweet. We did a bit of cleanup work there, guys. Bit of cleanup work. Swinging for 4. So they're probably going to kill the Portal to Phyrexia. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They need to play a land. Oh no, they got the Titan. So the Titan can kill the Portal. So they get to 10 mana, they get Omniscience, which means we probably just lose the game. But we've got the Ulamog. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to Ulamog to just take them off the mana and utterly dominate. That was pretty lucky. Both players slinging huge spells there, but ours was just a bit bigger than theirs this time. Right, so we have the Forsaken Monument in hand, which means this is an automatic keep, I think. The only downside here being that green can deal with all the artifacts. But the upside is that we don't have many creatures for them to fight with Legolas, so it should be an interesting match. Bushwhack. Given that the only creature in our hand is a Joyra, I think we might be okay. And actually, it might be tempting to use the Semblance Anvil on the Familiar, given that they might kill it. So if we exile this... So now our artifacts, or our artifact creatures now cost 2 less, which means the Mind Stone's coming down for 3. And the Ornithopter, which is kind of crazy, and we can even scry as well. We don't want any more creatures, really, because Legolas will just annihilate them. So whenever they target Legolas, put a counter on him, and then whenever target one of our things, he deals damage equal to power. And we have to block. No, that's sad. Paradise Druid. Right, so, okay, Forsaken Monument, Hedron Archive, and then, yeah, let's just see how it goes. So we have so much mana already. This flips when it has 3 or more counters on it, but currently there's only 1, so if they choose to destroy this, we're not going to be able to do much with it. We can get 1 last scry out of it. I guess we can do that here. Props to them for not quitting. They must have something good. And as odd as this is, I think land on top is fine. So we can legit just go for Ulamog. And so if they have intervention, it means that we can't target the stuff anyway. There's a lot of hexproof effects here. Oh, there we go. So they have the hexproof. But good luck trying to get through in combat. I mean, I guess there's a few ways, right? They can turn our Ulamog into an elk. You know, there's a few things. We still got rid of a land, I guess. Unstable Obelisk. I'll put that on the bottom. And now we kind of have a Maze of Ith on the Oh, no, sorry, it's the Treasure Cove, isn't it? Yeah. So the Treasure Cove lets us sack treasures to draw cards, which is pretty good. 4/7 Legolas. They literally had the elk. The elk maker. Okay. Fine. Because if we block, we can just recast him again. It really doesn't help them that much. It's just a temporary fix. Unless they, for some reason, don't attack. Interesting. Let's draw some cards, then. 2 wastes. 3 wastes in a row. That is a bit odd. That is a bit odd. Considering we only have 9 wastes in the entire deck, and we drew 1/3 of them in 1 turn. But we just ramped +3 mana, but losing 1. Right, let's sack the Mind Stone to draw a card. We desperately need some more action. Hedron for 4. Holy moly. That is insane. Spending 4 mana to get 3 mana, and you can tap pay 3 to draw 3 is kind of ludicrous there. It's slightly paradoxical, though. They've made Ulamog a 3/3, and they didn't attack. So, what was the point in weakening the Ulamog? I mean, I know their logic is they don't want us to recast him, but what other choice do they have but to attack us? Green only wins via attacking. Unless they're going to go for some, some kind of Crater Hoof Behemoth strategy, which is completely valid, but they're going to need a lot of mana for that. And the more ramp and the more things we play, the more life we gain, the less damage they do overall. Wow. So many things. Right, so that's... I mean, we could draw, or we could just kill something. I think I want to kill something here. I want to take them off the mana. Because as I said, if they get loads of creatures on Crater Hoof, we're in some trouble. And we can also turn the Ozolith into a creature if we want to. which is interesting. Or we could start hitting them with one of our things. I mean, this isn't indestructible. This is an indestructible creature.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
And we are just spamming the field with stuff. Boundary Inspector. Okay. Okay, so pretty good turn, to be honest. We just need that finishing blow. We currently can't get past the Legolas. We just need more Eldrazi, right? We've got 2 more in the deck. 2 big baddies. They can't activate the Ozolith. They can freaking fight, though, can't they? Damn. They made short work of Khan. They are doing really well, considering they've got only 4 lands. The Great Henge. Great Henge is going to be an insanely strong card for them, but if they're not attacking, what are they doing in a green deck? It just helps us, right? We just need the removal. Ooh, we can start making bloods with the Voldaren Estate. So maybe we do that here. Because we do need some more action. So now we don't want to play all the terrible cards because we can cycle it with the blood. Ghost Quarter. No need to play that. Maybe we activate this. Take action. Transmog Wand. Okay, now that is an answer to the Legolas. And it costs 0 to cast. I mean, if we had Paradox Engine here, it would be ridiculous. Let's try and kill the Legolas. Please no hexproof. Please no hexproof. Nice. Okay. So, Transmog Wand, guys. That's all it takes, apparently. You can play Ulamog, Emrakul, Kozilek, but nothing is as strong as Harry Potter's wand, allegedly. Right, so opponent goes first with Gishath. Gishath is a very strong tribal build. I think we're going to mulligan this. Okay, this is kind of... It's not fantastic, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, suddenly the One Power Stone makes that a lot better. One Power Stone is such a great addition to the game, I think. It's just on the verge of being good. Lots of Scrylands and Colorless, which is kind of nice. So if our curve goes perfectly, we're going to go for the One Power Stone next turn, and then maybe into the Wandering Archaic. And then if they go for something like a Cultivate, we get a copy as well. Unless they go for it now, of course. Tribute to the World Tree. Now, they are in all the colours to deal with artifacts, so we might not be keeping this Power Stone. They're already halfway there to getting Gishath. Selvala. Yikes. That's a strong one. Do we just kill her? I think we do. She is immensely powerful, especially with the Tribute to the World Tree, my goodness. That's synergy. Because she comes in with extra counters, that means she taps for... She would have tapped for so much mana there. Into the north. Damn. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If we had the Wandering Archaic there, we could have made them pay 2 more for that, but... Oh well. Interesting. Ugin. So yeah, let us destroy this permanent. And if Ugin survives in our next turn, we are going to get to do some cool things. Playing this for 3 mana is ludicrous. They're going to get something with haste now, aren't they? Of course. Rampaging Raptor of new art. Oh no, wait, is this... Oh, it's the sorry, this is questing beast, isn't it? Yeah. That's strong. Of course they had haste. Of course they did. I think we're gonna kill it though. That is so good. And it can get +2/+0 as well. It's almost like they learned nothing from questing beasts, you know. This is kind of OP for red. We can't go for that, so we'll have to go for the treasure keeper. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 for artifacts. 8 for non-artifacts. 6. So 2 mana, and they're going to get Gishath. Oh my god, they're going to get Gishath in the following turn. Because they've kicked the Vastwood Surge. Well, we are in a lot of trouble now. Because all they've done is pretty much ramp and kill our thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we had more stuff in the graveyard, then the Emrakul would have actually been bigger, but... If they choose to kill the Treasure Keeper, we might cascade into another rock. I think the most impactful thing they've done so far, though, is definitely the Rampaging Raptor, because that's slowed us down greatly there. Spells. So I go for the Wandering Archaic and the Foundry Inspector. And let's leave everything up as blockers, because if we can... Here's the thing, right? If we block all of Gishath, they don't get any triggers here. Swords to Plowshares. That sucks. Although saying that, I suppose it means they don't actually exile the Treasure Keeper. I suppose we'll have to block then. So they're going to get 2 damage through. But we do trade with the Gishath. I think that's fine. And we get a bit of ramp. And now Emrakul's only 9 mana. Which means we can just go for Emrakul here. They don't have anything out though. Well, let's go for it anyway. Gain control of their next turn. Let's see what they've got. So they've got Lightning Bolt, Invasion, and a Zakama. So we can use Zakama to kill itself. 4, 5, 6. Wait. They can't cast Zakama. Okay. Their hand is so annoyingly powerful. What do I do? Can we fail to find? I think we can fail to find, right? Yep, so we're going to decline. And we're not going to play that. And we're going to Lightning Bolt ourselves. When I say ourselves, I mean themselves. So annoyingly, if they have a land next turn, they can just go for Zakama. Which is going to suck. But I suppose we do have a 13/13 flyer. And they freaking got a land, didn't they? Why couldn't they have had that in the turn we stole? Uprising as well. Man, this is going to suck trying to kill this. But if we... What do we need? 3, 6, 7, 8. So we need 2 mana. Oh no, okay, fine. I guess we're fine then. Although they can just give it hexproof and indestructible. So they're gonna get rid of this anyway, so we'll get rid of the... We'll kill 2 lands. I mean, if they don't give it hexproof here, then that would be a bit odd, right? I wonder if it was too hasty. You know, when they use the the Swords to Plowshares, surely they'd save the Exile ability for Ulamog, because I know that the Wandering Oak's decent and all, but like, how are they going to deal with Ulamog now? Well, he's got reach, hasn't he? Okay. I think we got lucky with the sequencing, though, because that means that they couldn't have dealt... Yeah, if we'd attacked first, then they might have done... They could have done 6 damage to the Emrakul and killed it via blocking. But yeah, that was a weird game. I feel like they may have been able to come back, but yeah, we got the fact they used their exile effect so soon. Yeah, that was possibly incorrect. If you are liking this video, why don't you leave me a like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. If you would like to get custom videos, why not check out my donation tiers in the description box. You can join YouTube membership, you can join Ko-fi, or even Patreon. Just take a look, and it really helps the channel. So, on to the next video. Right, this hand is just... I mean, we've got the Forsaken Monument, haven't we? Oh, it's so close to being... Do we keep it? Ah, we'll keep it. Super risky. We got the land. That means the Foundry Inspector, or maybe the Thran Spider's coming down. Okay, fingers crossed. They don't have any blue mana yet, but the Coldsteel Heart obviously taps. There we go, there's a blue. Farmine Vessel. Does that mean we're going to see a Niv Mizzet soon? I really hope not. If they do play a big dragon, let's say they do play Niv Mizzet, we have the Mightstone and Wheatstone, so we can kill it. It's a Sarkhan the Masterless.
Who are you to call me?
Creates a dragon. We actually... Wow, we can kind of spam into stuff, but I think we just go for this. We'll kill the dragon and attack the Sarkhan. -5. Yeah, this is actually a pretty awesome... This is pretty awesome. Okay, so let's just... And swing into Sarkhan. Love it. So we don't have an answer for Niv if they do play it now, but we have some good ramp for 5, 6, 7, 8 for artifacts. Do they play a dragon here? Terror of the Peaks. Oh, that's scary. That is scary. How do we get around dying? Well, I'm not sure we do, but... We can play lots of stuff, I suppose. Gilded Lotus. Gain some life. If we go for Khan, he just dies to the Terror of the Peaks, doesn't he? So maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we make... I guess we'll go for this card and make ourselves a robot. Any creature they play now is going to deal a lot of damage. I think we can probably swing in as well. It's highly unlikely that they block it. Okay. So we have the pieces in place, guys. It's almost like a combo build. Like if you have the Forsaken Monument, as I said previously. Heraldic Banner, so that's not a dragon. Do they have a dragon? Oh, it's going to be upsetting if they don't. Okay, they're just going to kill the Khan. Fair enough. Khan bites the bullet. What's the last card? I wonder. Counterspell. We shall find out. Well, let's go for the Ulamog. Even if they counter Ulamog... Ah, Annihilation, yeah. Forsaken Monument just makes for super fast victories. It's just getting that out. That's the main problem here. Wow, okay, a Colorless versus Colorless matchup is something we don't see very often. They're a very brave person playing this Khan. Mulliganing 3 times. I don't think they're going to last very long then. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Certainly feels a bit unfair, but maybe the hand is just absolutely crazily good here. We've got 3 ramp spells and a kill spell ourselves. Okay. So they do actually have Khan in the following turn. Interesting. But how scary is he? I mean, he definitely ramps. That's for sure.
The Thran still have secrets to uncover.
What do we go for? I guess Putrefy kills an artifact. We'll get rid of the Chaos Wand. There's not too many colorless spells in the game, so this is probably not going to be very good anyway. 3, 4, 5. If they have
more energy.
Oof, they are ramping hard. Sculpting Steel. I mean, if they have an Ulamog, then we are in trouble ourselves. Maze Mind Tome. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we get a land, it would be nice. No land. That sucks. I guess we can draw a card with the Bank Buster and hopefully get a land here. Damn, no land. I don't know what it is about today. Just not getting many lands at all. So they can just start minusing now to look at the top X cards of the library by paying that much life. So it's like kind of like dig through time to pay the life. Could be pretty powerful. Although they're just going to keep. They're just going to keep ramping. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we get land, we can just go for Ulamog, and then their Khan is exiled, which is a bit sad for them. But we did say they have a bit of a worse start than we did. Dreamstone Hedron, wow. Wow, no land. So, okay, fine. We'll just exile the Khan so he doesn't get to ultimate.
Betrayal closes in from all sides.
Slightly annoying that it tapped the key to the archive there, but because I would have liked to have putrefied the Dreamstone Hedron. See, now I'm a bit concerned because they've got so much mana. They are going to be able to cast literally any Eldrazi in their deck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. Maybe even Emrakul, and then we're in a lot of trouble. In a lot of trouble. Cosmos Elixir. That's something that we need to get rid of as well, because that just draws them so many cards. Considering they're a colorless deck, my goodness, they've filtered through many, many, many cards here. Honored Heirloom. This is a funny word, or a name, should I say, for a card, because both of the words in the name of this card start with a silent letter. So if you're learning English and you look at the word Honored Heirloom, you're not pronouncing the H either time. So that's a bit of a devilish card. I guess that's what translations are for, hey? Okay, so we've got the Ulamog. We'll get the Cosmos Elixir and the Archive, I think, because they're the ones that give them the most amount of cards. Now, strangely enough, opposing colourless decks are probably quite good against this as well, because they have their own Ulamogs. So if they go for their own Ulamog now, the only way for us to deal with their Ulamog is by recasting ours, which is interesting. Or by playing something else, you know, like the Introduction to Annihilation. There's a few ways to exile, but I'm a bit worried because they are actually outpacing us in terms of resources. And he who plays the first Ulamog, in a way, is kind of doing worse because the second one has more choices. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so they do have the mana to cast Ulamog, because remember, these Power Stones only tap for artifact spells. Yeah, that was an interesting game. I feel like if we hadn't drawn enough lands, yeah, not exiling their resources. We would have been in a lot of trouble later on. Hello guys and welcome to a brand new deck tech. Well, sort of. Today I'm revisiting Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger, and there's a few reasons I'm doing this. Number one is to celebrate the release of Commander Masters, because this guy's been reprinted and it's always a popular hot card, so maybe get some people to join Arena by seeing this deck. Also, the last time I made this deck was over a year ago and wastes weren't available. So wastes are these lands here. We just had to put in regular basics, which is a bit odd, but now wastes are actually in the game. This deck is a lot stronger, mostly because of Forsaken Monument. Now the deck essentially is, you have to be lucky, because if you get Forsaken Monument in your starting few cards, you're probably going to win. There's even a clue on this card, because it looks like Ulamog's profile is actually on the artwork itself, which oddly is also the alternate artwork for this Ulamog in the Commander Masters set. So if you haven't seen Ulamog before, it's insanely powerful. It has a cast trigger, which means even if your opponent counters this, you're still probably going to get to do the cast trigger unless they have a way to exile abilities or counter abilities on the stack. So exiling 2 permanents is really relevant. It just gets rid of pretty much anything that's going to bother you and that's going to kill you. This can target land as well, which is a bit naughty, but we will be doing that with this guy just because he's pretty cruel. And then whenever he attacks, exile top 20 cards of the library. So it's a pretty quick clock. There are a lot of answers to this. It's not it's not that easy to win with it, to be honest, because if you're facing white, they can exile it, blue can counter Ulamog or exile him or bounce, black can make you sack, green is going to have the hardest time, and red. Green and red, not many ways in those colours to deal with this guy, to be honest. So if you're facing a green or red deck, they're probably pretty screwed. The deck is a slave to Ulamog, because you want to just get out loads and loads of ramp, so there's loads of stuff that taps for multiple mana, like Firemind Vessel, Hedron Archive, Key to the Archive taps for 2. We've got Dreamstone Hedron, and you've got other ways to discount the cost of the cards in your deck. Ugin makes your colorless spells cost 2 less to cast, which is just super insane. If you get Ugin out, you're probably going to win the game. It just makes everything cost so cheap. We also have a Joyous Familiar to reduce historic spells, so this doesn't care so much about non-historic spells as such, but it's just a good addition to the deck. It's a risky deck because we don't have many ways to stop aggro. We kind of just want to tank a lot of the early hits and ramp and pray to God that you get Forsaken Monument early, otherwise you're probably going to lose. But yeah, I think it's a really fun deck, and it's good to revisit after a year because the game's changed a lot since then. I think the power level of Ulamog has probably, I don't know, it's gone up because of wastes, but it's probably gone down because the speed of the format has increased. But you can kind of see Ulamog as maybe a 5 or 6 mana card with the Forsaken Monument. You just, as I said, just hope you get this card. There's no tutors and Colorless yet. So yeah, if you want to see the deck list, check it out in the deck list below in the description box. You can download it, give it a go, tell me what you think. But yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget you can like and subscribe to support the channel, and you can also donate to the channel to help me that way as well.
Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.